We've read the emails, we've seen the Twitters, we've been in front of you in the line at the grocery store, and the question is always the same. When will you bring back Random Friends Squad? So back by popular demand, I present to you Season 2, Episode 1 of the Random Friends Squad podcast.
Woo!
Yeah! So I know it's been a long time since Season 1 ended, which for us probably seems like yesterday. So let's go around the room and say hi again to everybody. Mike?
Well, my name is Mike, if you couldn't tell already. I'm 23 years old. I'm not making a dating profile right now, I swear. I'm a little sick, so just bear with me. Hopefully there's no weird sounds. I make nerdy videos and funny videos on YouTube, and I just like to have a good time, so let's party.
I like partying. Jay?
Yeah. My name's Jason. I live in Chicago by way of Southern California, where I grew up. I don't make any videos anymore since I stopped doing Random Friend Squad, but I'm very glad that we're starting this up again because I need to do something with my life.
It has been a while. What about you, Bo? What you been up to?
I've just been playing video games, making videos of those, and yeah.
Where are you from? Tell me where you live.
I'm from Indiana, good old Indiana, just south of Jason in Chicago.
Chicago.
And way
Dude,
far from
I'm all like, I'm experiencing what you were experiencing a few minutes ago.
Oh my gosh! So we're just stopped. They just went away. So we're scattered like pretty much all over the country. So I noticed. So we had. For those of you guys that are new to this podcast, we made some videos last year, like a whole season worth of videos, maybe 6 months. We did one a day, crazy topics. We just had fun with it.
One a day?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, each of us had.
I was like, I didn't make one a day.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I guess it's a little odd to say. I don't think we've ever phrased it like that before, but we've never. This will be our first opportunity we've ever had to talk about Season 1 of Random Friends Squad, since we mostly were busy just shoving out videos, and people would watch them and they would enjoy them and stuff, but we've never really debriefed on what happened. And when I say what happened, I mean like after Season 1 ended and the fun that we had.
And we didn't make our goal of a year.
No, we did try to go for a year, but it's harder than people think. It's hard to come up with an idea and find time to set up a video and find time to edit and do all that stuff. It's not easy, but it's a lot of fun, right? The end product's really worth it, though. You're like, yes, something that people are gonna like. So I don't
know about you and Jason, but Mike and I, we do other videos on top of that.
Yeah.
So that just made it a little extra.
But it was fun. I loved it.
Yeah.
My main thing was, so much happens in a year that, I just had so many other things going on, but I mean, no excuses.
No, I think we ended Season 1 well. We went out just with the same energy we came in, I thought. But you guys are right. I mean, at some point it'll turn into like what seems like work and not fun, and you got family and other things to do. So we've had a nice break. So we'll do this for I think probably the next 6 months. We'll try to do another season of it. I think that's probably a good number that we can stick to and do it. I really did enjoy making videos. Jason, what did you like? What was your favorite video that you had to make?
I think my favorite video that I had to make was the ginger one. It was a lot of work. Memorizing. I mean,
tell us about it.
Ginger's. All right, so there's the video of the little ginger kid on YouTube who was angry that people kept saying that gingers don't have souls. So I recited this video word for word, and I had to sit there, like I wrote it all down, and I memorized it. I was at work doing it. Like everyone's like, "What are you talking? Gingers do have souls. You're not God. You don't know me.
Here's your change. Here's your change."
It was a really fun video to make, and I had a really good time making it, and I got a lot of really good feedback from it.
I remember that. That was a good one. You just had that thing that you did. Yeah, do it again.
That was one of my favorite videos of yours too. That was so funny.
I like that. What about you, bud? What was your favorite video?
Favorite video to do? Oh man, I like Chubby Bunny. My intro video.
Your Chubby Bunny.
When I first came in, and you're like, you guys were like, hey, you can just skip this one if you want. I'm like, no, dude, I come in, I'm gonna do the challenge week with you guys.
You did. You came in fierce, and you had, I don't know, you won that, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I think you destroyed. I think you destroyed us.
Yeah,
that was
gnarly.
I got like 2. I was full.
I talk a big game, but I'm never too good at it. I swear. I'm always like, I'm gonna kick ass, and then nope.
Nothing. What about you, Mike? What'd you like about Random Friend Squad?
I mean, what I like about Random Friend Squad, I liked everything we did, but I think my favorite video, if we're talking about favorite videos, it was our how-to week. And I decided to do how to get over a hangover, and I thought it was really fun because I got to like kind of script out like the steps and then kind of go through how I'm going to deliver it. Whereas some other weeks were kind of just more improv, like I'm just going to get in front of a camera and just do it. So it was really cool because it reminded me of stuff I did on my Mike and Mike channel where I could just kind of like go through it and be funny and just like script funny. But I also drank in that one, so that was also interesting for me. That was fun.
I always liked your outros. Random Friend Squad out,
and then I just pretty much punish my body and just fall to the ground.
The camera would shake. I'm like, oh, I'm not sure that's supposed to happen.
I don't know how it started. I think I just did it once, and I was like, this is my outro every time now. So I liked it. It worked out.
I think for me, my favorite video was making the Frozen T-shirt video because I didn't have to work hard at that. I just took the T-shirt off and put it on. And I'm like, oh, I didn't have to eat any horrible food. I didn't have to do any science stuff. It was really super cold and wet though. Like it was like really wet, and I'm like, oh, it's like
as soon as it hit your body, it like started melting and like it became just wet. It was so hard to get back off.
Yeah. I know when I had mine on, I was just like, I don't want to move because then another part of my body's gonna touch a different part of the shirt.
It just reminded me of like going like. A couple weeks ago, my son Blake and I went to the water park. There's a water park we have in town, and they make you like leave your shirts on to go into this like lazy river, which I really love the lazy river. I don't know if you guys ever been to a water park and seen that like lazy river thing that goes around. You just kind of hang out in it, and the current just takes you around. I really think it's really cool. I really dug that. But they make you leave your shirt on, and when I hopped in there, it reminded me instantly of like the Frozen T-shirt challenge. I'm just like, oh my gosh.
They make you leave your shirt on?
Yeah, it was like the sign, and it's like the kid's like not taking his shirt off. It's like, you know, like the kid that's crossing the street with his family. It's like that. And
they said they were like holding their shirts.
I think he was like putting his shirt off. It was like out over here, which I don't know. It looked like it shot spring-loadedly off of him. And it just had the Ghostbusters on it. So I just left it on. Maybe they didn't want me to get all bumped up and stuff or, you know, something crazy like that. So I just left it. There was some our town's kind of small, so you can only expect so much from like a water slide. It's nothing like that crazy. Have you guys seen that crazy water slide in Kansas City? It's called like the what's it called? How you say that, bud? You can speak German.
Where is it?
It's the Vrucht. It's got the like
the Schlitterbahn.
Yeah, it's got the umlauts. I think that's what those umlauts are called in there. And it's in Kansas.
Like sound.
It's this huge, tall.
Is that the one with the hump?
Yeah, like the camel hump thing, and it's like the world's tallest water slide. I guess it's 168 feet tall. It's got like a 60-degree bank. But my first question about this thing before it looks nuts is why is something with umlauts in the name in an amusement park in Kansas City? I'm pretty sure that they didn't practice those words in school at all. I'm like, what's going on? Why would you call it that?
The park itself is a German word.
Oh yeah,
I've been hearing about it all week. Schlitterbahn. It's like water park.
I heard this thing's crazy. I heard the lines for this thing is like it's like by appointment only. So it's really big, it's really tall, and it just goes straight down, and then it comes up one more time and goes down. And like a week ago, okay, so this thing's been open since like the 10th, so it's only been open a handful of days. But no more than like a week and a half ago, they did the first test on it. And it was unmanned, and the tube went down and just blasted off of it. And it was gone. It was gone. It was gone.
That's what I thought when I saw the hump. Yeah. I'm like, okay, that thing's pitched pretty good.
60 degrees, man.
You're just gonna fly.
Yeah. So then they just decided after that, the engineers decided you have to have 3,000 pounds on there. So then they put 3,000 pounds on there and a guy with a GoPro, and it made it. And I'm like, oh my! I mean, the last one that they did,
3,000 or 300.
The thing has to weigh 3,000 pounds to not fly off the second hump.
Like the tube you're on? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. You sit in a raft with like 4 people, and then we just go down for what seems like forever in this video. You guys got to see this video, and just back up
tons.
And back to it's just ridiculous. And that's the end of it. There's like no track. It's just it starts and it's. I don't get it. I would never do that. Would you guys do that?
No.
I'd
do it.
That. Would you?
I'm up for a challenge.
I I would do it, but I bring all my fat friends, so I didn't go fucking flying.
You wouldn't, because it's already 3,000 pounds on there.
I mean, I don't recall if I saw a harness or anything. I'm not sure if you're not just holding on to the side like
scares the crap
Race
out of
for
me.
Your Life, Charlie Brown or something. You're just.
Wait, so the raft is 3,000 pounds? They like put weights in the raft?
I guess it looks like this huge raft, and it fits like 3 people, and it's all thick on the side, like something you would see like in the army or something. And they just, I don't. Everybody I've seen in it had hard hats on it up until this weekend when it opened. It opened 3 days later after hard hats. After hard hats, it was open, and now people are like, "I love it. It's Switzerland," and you have to make an appointment.
I don't get how they have so many people wanting to do this. Like. That you need to have an appointment. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't.
Kansas
What is the
City?
one in Ohio that's got the it's a regular roller coaster. It's got like the steepest drop. I've been on that one. Now that I know this one in Kansas City, I'd do it.
I'm not trying to. I am not trying to do.
How do you not fly off the raft if you're not harnessed in? Like the raft will stay down, but where do you fucking go?
I think you lay down and just munch it. The way I saw the guy, the way his like legs were kind of like wrapped around this little hump in the middle, and the way he was in there leaning back, he just won't go anywhere.
Yeah, we're the crash test dummies. I know those guys haven't been employed for the last 15 or 20 years. Why aren't they testing this thing out first? I don't get it. I don't get it, but people are on it.
I mean, good for them. I've never been one who's too good with heights or anything like that, so that's probably my main reason I wouldn't do it, just because I'm a little baby.
I don't mind being strapped in.
Some of those ones at some of those ones at Raging Waters are pretty crazy. I remember I went to the water park in it's in Orange. I think that's the city it's in. Mm-hmm. And so you go up these. You're going up steps forever, and I remember there was a couple different ones, and my buddies were like, let's go down this one, and this thing's pitched like this. I felt like if I would have hopped in, I would have just like floated and then hit I'm like, no, I'm not going on that one. I was like, I'll back down the stairs to the other ones. I'll backtrack. I don't care.
For a while, it was popular that it would just have the one slide going down, and you would sit there with your arms crossed, and you just go down it, and the water just fills up your bum. And you can't see, it's all in your eyes. I'm not enjoying anything. I can't look. I'm fearing for my life. It looks like you're inches off of it. No thanks.
Yeah.
No
I don't get on a water slide unless I have a raft or something. Like, I don't do those free floating ones where you're like on your back and I'm like, no, what? No. And then I'm a big guy, so I feel like I gain momentum and just like, just, I don't know, hit a wall.
Yeah. Start getting those entering the atmosphere glows of speed.
I just have an aura around me and I'm just like burning through the slide.
Break the speed barrier, the sound barrier.
Rolls right out the water park and into the putt-putt across the street.
It might be a hole-in-one though, dude. I mean,
hole-in-one.
Yeah, I think the older I get, the more these things are starting to scare me. I just saw a video, I think it was in Korea. It was like this new roller coaster. And you go down the roller coaster or whatever, and then you go to the end of this thing, and there's no more track. It stops. And then it tilts.
Oh, hell no.
Clunk, and it waits like 5 seconds, and then it's like whoosh, and then you keep on going. But that, I mean, it looked crazy. Everybody's holding on, and it's just like going.
Where's this at?
I think it's in Korea. I don't know what it was called. It was called like Rock the Speedo or something like that. And it was just like, I saw it maybe on like BuzzFeed or the Chive, and it just looked crazy. Oh, it was crazy. And that's just part of it. It's a yellow roller coaster, and it just stops.
I want to go on it.
You guys still down for coasters? Or you guys?
Yeah.
I like some coasters. I mean, I haven't got to push my limits too much because every time I go to Six Flags, like, I can't go on half the rides because my chest is too big. Like, the overhead things, like, don't come down enough. So I think I've been on, like, what's that one, like, X2 or whatever? Is it X2? I don't know what it's called. It's, like, the one that plays Metallica in your ear while you're going up and shit. And that was a lot of fun. But, yeah, I haven't got to experience too much with roller coasters, just, like, all the kiddie stuff. Yeah, but I have a fear about it. But, like, when I go on, I always have a good time, so.
I haven't been in ages.
Cheers.
I remember being really scared as a kid, freaking out like for my first upside down coaster. We went to Six Flags last year, and I was just like, how many times can I go on everything? Like, I was down. Like, I can't wait to go this year and check out the Goliath, that new tallest, fastest wooden coaster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't like Iron Wolf because I rode it once and it hurt my crotch.
Is it wooden?
No. Iron Wolf.
I don't know what that one is.
Stand up. You stand up on it.
Different.
So in the way it was like jostling me around, like hurt my nuts.
I thought
so.
we had that at Magic Mountain back in the day, but it was called Shockwave, I think, where you just had to stand up, and it was like 5 wide and just a bunch of rows. It was just like tall and twisty around. They took that out.
Isn't like the Joker standing or something like that?
The Joker is like you do it where you're standing, and then it like takes you. So now I'm like Supermaning, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah. See, that was one of the ones.
That's what Superman is here.
Oh, okay.
Our Superman ride's awesome. I love that. It's so cool. It just shoots you out of the tunnel up and back down.
It's weird to see the difference in the Six Flags, like from Six Flags Magic Mountain in Southern California, which I grew up near, to like the Six Flags here, where it's like, oh, that's our Superman. Oh, that's this one. That's Raging Bull, whatever. I don't remember. Sandy's like yelling at me for not knowing the names of them, and I'm like, they're different names where I grew up.
I've never had another one to compare to, and especially since we live, by LA, that when they film most of the shows, they're at our amusement parks. So I never think that like, oh, that's right, other parts of the country have different rides. Like I just always imagine everything I see on TV and in real life after I go there, it's just the same park. So yeah, that must be odd. I don't know about that. These roller coasters are just pushing the limits. I don't know. It's going to be like the Itchy and Scratchy Land soon, where they went on that roller coaster thing and they're on that water ride, and it went all the way to like almost stop before the pins all smashed their face, and then they went dropping down some more, and then the boat got cut in half by the big sawmill, and they both went. All the family went jumping out for their lives onto the safety wraps, and they're like, "Yay!" And it was like that. So, Jason, tell us about this Kickstarter. Tell us about this Kickstarter thing that you've been talking about all week long.
I don't know if you guys have seen this, but there is it's called The Coolest Cooler. I saw the video, somebody posted it, and I watched it like one morning, and it's just like everything you could want a cooler to be. It's like it has USB plugs in it to charge your devices. It has Bluetooth speakers. You open it up, it's got a light in there, a divider down the middle. It's got a spot that like your plates fit in on one side and a blender on the other side, and like does all this crazy stuff. This thing looks really legit. It's you plug it in and you charge it in the wall before you go, and then it does everything for you. So it looks really, really awesome. And I've been like, if it wasn't like a Kickstarter thing and I knew how much it was actually going to cost me, I would think about saving money to buy one.
Dude, did they really raise $4 million?
That's
for an ice cooler.
They apparently launched it last winter, and it just totally tanked. Like they got like $6 or something, and so they relaunched it in the summertime. Obviously, a better choice with some revamps and a couple different things, and they hit like 50,000 was their goal. They hit it in the first like 2 days.
Wow. I'm looking at this right now. You know what? I will say that it must be pretty legit, because at least the USB charger things puts out 5 volts, so they're not playing around. Like that's good. This thing looks crazy. I mean, the bottom opener is a given, but Bluetooth.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a grill on it.
Maybe
you can only have so much.
Get behind something that doesn't have a grill.
I feel like this is like the cooler that like every alcoholic needs. Like if you like margaritas, you want daiquiris, you're good to go. You're just like
it's like a portable bar.
Yeah,
it's a portable nightclub with the Bluetooth speakers and stuff. But
you want some
Kickstarter video shows them throwing like sausages and hot dogs, and I'm like, you can't have a party with cold hot dogs.
Well, you can't have all-in-one for everything.
You can bring your grill, set it on top, and it has bungee straps to hold your grill on there, so you don't have to carry
another thing from the video. He's like, you hate bringing all this stuff, and one of the things tied to it is what? A grill.
I mean, I think I want my grill on it. I think I want my grill and my cooler separate, cold, hot. I think maybe they should stay separate.
I don't want coal in my drink. Like
I'm like, well, I want another beer, but I can't get it because you're fucking cooking my burger.
These things look legit. Does it come in Autobot Red?
Ooh.
Yeah, because
those are so badass. I wonder what the actual price will be once it like actually launches. But
I'm looking at the packages, and it's like $160. I think
that's like the lowest you can pay and get one of them.
To get one of those, yeah.
Dang, that's gnarly. I mean, I guess thinking about everything it does, I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense.
165.
Oh, okay.
You'll get one at
That's not bad.
165.
Plus, coolers are more pricey than I imagine sometimes. Like, I've looked at coolers and I'm like, it's like $60 for this cooler. It's not even that big, and I'm like, holy crap. So I mean, if you're gonna get a cooler, let's go all out, you know.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's, you know, it's got Bluetooth and stuff, so that's kind of neat. And
Yeah, there's enough utilities on it that I think it'd be worth it. Totally.
Yeah, it would make your camping trip a lot more legit. You
Yeah.
know? I'm thinking of all the things I have to bring camping this weekend. I'm going camping this weekend, and I'm thinking of all the things that I have to bring, and like half of them are taken care of right there.
Right here,
I don't
yeah.
grab that. Would be holding a flashlight, looking for what beer I want.
It has a light inside of it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's got a
Yeah,
light in it.
It's got a cutting board. If you want to take some tequila shots with some lime, you're good to go.
I know in the video, everybody's just blending and blending. I wonder if it's metal. I wonder if it's metal or plastic or how well. I mean, it's got to stand up well. If they got all this money and they're doing it right, then people will call them on it. If it's not like 100% dialed.
However, the knife that came with it looked like it was plastic, all plastic.
They said it was like some good like material though that like doesn't rust
like
and shit.
medical grade plastic or something.
You could bring your own knife.
I suggest.
Yeah, like I gotta. That's another thing. You know,
I gotta bring my damn grill, a
a
knife.
knife, and this
I
damn
quit.
cooler.
Screw
I'm done.
camping.
But I wonder. My main concern would be is how long is that power gonna last? Like, did they quote how long it would last? If like,
I thought it said it was oh, you know what? I don't recall. It was a legit battery.
okay, good.
Yeah, let me see if I can find it.
I was a little curious too. Like, I mean, you got like a car battery in there under my cooler. Like,
Yeah.
hope nothing leaks, you know. And also like the blender. I mean, since I moved to Chicago, I've probably gone through 5 different blenders because they've all taken a crap after. So I make smoothies in the morning or like shakes or stuff like that. And you know, after 6 months, your blender takes a crap, and you got to go buy a new one. And
Get it in
what's
here.
gonna happen to my
Happened to
my cooler,
to
my cooler?
All right, here we go. It's got an 8.
What's gonna happen, guys?
Enough of the dick jokes.
It's got an 18-volt battery.
smoothie's gonna happen.
So it's gonna start your car. It's got the probably jumper
Ooh,
cable attachment.
I was gonna say like that would be another good
But
thing.
it's got an 18-volt battery out there, so it's pushing out some. You know, it's pushing out some juice.
That's really cool. I really like that idea. I'm surprised I haven't heard about it from before.
Oh, dude,
today.
I'm really surprised too. I can't go to a website, a social network site, or anything without everybody like, "This is the greatest thing." I'm like, okay, fine, I'll look at it. But
it's just a tribute.
$4.4 million that they've raised, and they have 45 days to go.
Dude,
Come on,
I can
it's
start
all about
saving now.
Kickstarter. Potato salad, man. That's all I gotta say. Potato salad.
I saw
We're on
that
Kickstarter, so I had to throw potato salad in there.
I saw
I just
that
wanted to make potato
that
salad.
kid got like a ton of money just like for a potato salad Kickstarter.
Oh god.
Really? Oh.
I
Yeah,
wish
some
I would have thought of that.
He just put up a picture of potato salad and was like, "I want to make potato salad. Who's gonna throw in?" And there was like, Bud might know the amount. It was some ridiculous amount. Like,
It ended up over like 2 million, I think.
Yeah, I
What?
love
No.
I'll check
potato
it.
salad.
You're
dude.
kidding
I
me.
love potato salad.
Yeah, let me search it.
Did he
real
say
quick.
he'd like
I
make
remember it being
potato
like
salad and send it to
9,000
you?
or-
Like,
Wow, that's crazy.
Maybe it's the biggest potato salad in the world.
As I'm watching right now, when you guys are talking, the backers just went up by like 100.
Oh my
it just
God.
it says the money's just dinging in.
for the potato salad?
Let's see what we're at. No,
No, it's at 50,000.
still,
Oh, okay.
that's a lot of money for some potato salad.
I mean, that's a
All he
lot of
wanted
potato
was
salad.
$10 to make potato salad.
We're sending this kid to college, dude.
Hey, that's fine.
Serious.
That's fine. I don't mind these days with that.
So with the Kickstarter, I'm not 100% sure how this works. So I want to back you. I want to give you some money, but am I buying one? Do I then get one when they're made, or how does that work?
Well, I can. Do you guys? I know. Okay, let me help you out.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I start a Kickstarter, and for each level, each like dollar denomination that I want to have, there'll be incentives for you to join. For instance, this cooler guy said for a $5 donation, he'll give you a big thanks by writing your name on his cooler. Like, so one of his coolers is just going to be full of Sharpie. So he's actually done something for the money. You can't just take the money. For $25, you get like this coolest cooler plastic cup, and so on and so on. So at the $165 mark is when you get the actual item. So you actually have to get something for your donation.
So what if, all right, say I donate this 165 for your cooler, and then you don't make enough money and everything tanks. What happens to my $165?
You get your money back. You get all the money back.
Oh, okay.
And then plus on one that's already this big, I mean, you're pretty much guaranteed.
He's hit his goal of $50,000.
But now my only worry would be is, is he gonna have like problems with making this many because he wasn't expecting it and stuff like that? Because I think the Pebble smartwatch got delayed a couple times too, and that got a huge amount of backers on Kickstarter. And that's a freaking awesome freaking watch, and I want one. But
I was just reading about it the other day.
It's so cool.
Wait,
yeah, and
which
then
watch?
The Pebble smartwatch. It's just like a little like e-ink smartwatch you can have. It's pretty cool. It works with Android and Apple, so like it was open to everyone.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, they're so sick. But I think like when you back, you get like a cheaper price than it would be at retail, because I think they were selling those for like $200, but I think it was like only 110 or something to get one of those. And I don't know if a lot of them do it, but some of them are like, oh, okay, if you get like to the 100 tier, you get everything below it, and you get what you get at the 100 tier. So I don't know if the Coolest Coolers doing stuff like that as well.
Yeah, you still get all the tiers below if you donate. Some of these Kickstarters are great. One of the ladies wants to go around the world on a boat, and she'll like send you like an item from each place, and people backed her, and off she got to go. Yeah, I think it's great. I think stuff like that on the internet.
I'm gonna do that for my honeymoon.
I gotta come up with something. I want to try and figure out the stupidest Kickstarter I can and see if people will do it. I'll actually do the stuff, of course, but I just want to know how
far.
How far it can go.
I don't think you're gonna be able to beat potato salad, dude.
No.
Yeah, because I actually have 5 on it. Like I got 5 on the potato salad.
Grandma's German potato salad.
Oh my god. I think Kickstarter takes a certain percentage of the total backing, I think, too. So like post on their website. Well, I mean, I don't know. That's what I've heard.
Pebble watch. That looks cool.
It's awesome.
It's pretty legit.
Now that it's on the market too, they have like the ones with like the steel bands that actually look like more like not as flimsy, but they're badass. I want one. But then Apple's gonna make an iWatch next month, and it's gonna be awesome, and I'll take it.
So going back to camping, do you guys like camping? Are you guys fans of camping? I mean, some people it's their thing, some people it isn't.
I didn't do too much camping growing up, so when I go, it's kind of fun. But I'm always kind of looking over my shoulder, like I always just kind of
what?
I don't know for all the things I've seen on TV. They don't show the happy, fun side of camping on TV. They show the guy out there getting his limbs gnawed off by the hungry cat, or trying to pretend to play dead while the cubs maul him, and so I'm always just kind of looking around. I don't want to step on the snake, so I'm pretty much half a sissy at camping. But it's fun. It's fun until sleeping time, and then it's not. And then it's not fun.
Why is it not fun?
What about you? Because you sleep on rocks, and then it's always windy. So like, I'm the only thing holding down the thing. I feel like one of those kids.
Little predators come out.
I feel like
what kind of bootleg ass camping are you doing that you're sleeping on top of a rock?
It's like right up over there,
oh my God.
And it's like I feel like I'm gonna blow away like those kids inside that bouncy house. Like it's just not.
That was fake, wasn't it?
Just no, it wasn't faked. Tell it to the child with all its limbs and casts right now. It can't even scratch its own face. That's a privilege.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. So no. What about these guys?
No.
I like camping. I mean,
I've been camping with Mike.
We've been camping together. The first time I've been drunk was with Jason, and I was camping, and that was fun. I was drinking Jaeger, but I didn't do too much camping growing up until I met like this group of friends, like Jason and like my friend Ryan, who's super into dirt biking and stuff. And they always go. They like to get a big group going, and it's always a huge party. So I was like, "This looks awesome! Like, let's try it." And obviously, there's a few hurdles if you haven't gone before, like actually having a sleeping bag in a tent and stuff. I think the first couple times I slept in either my car or someone else's car, just with like a blanket or some shit, like because I'm not like a. It's not that I don't like setting up tents and stuff. I'm just like, I don't know. I'm not as manly as I like to think I am sometimes, I guess. So, but it's fun, yeah. And I totally get the whole sleeping thing. I bring my headphones, so I'm just like, I'm just gonna listen to music until I fall asleep. Whatever.
Yeah. All right, guys, you want to play a game?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. So here on Random Friends Squad, we will play many games. This one is called Busey, Bonaducci, or Sheen, and this game consists of quotes that are either going to come from Crazy Man, well, formerly Uncrazy Man, and Buddy Holly star Gary Busey, crazy child star from the Partridge Family, Danny Bonaducci, and we all know who Charlie Sheen is. So I'm going to read you a quote.
Tiger Blood.
Tiger blood. I'm gonna read you a quote from one of these three, and you guys each have to answer it and tell me if it's Busey, Bonaducci, or Sheen. Okay, so the first quote. And I lost my quotes.
Nice.
Winning. Oh wait, is that the quote?
There's got to be more to life than being a really, really ridiculously good actor.
Bonaducci.
Busey.
Sheen.
Oh wow.
I thought it would have been Sheen too. It's actually Gary Busey.
Oh yes.
It's a pretty,
Score one for Mike.
pretty regular sentence from him. Usually his stuff is just crazy and out of control. All right, the next quote. Can you do it? Poor Busey. Have you guys seen his commercial? His new commercial?
The Amazon Fire.
Oh my gosh!
Fire.
Find Gary Busey.
Oh my god! I watched a wife swap with him one time, and I
I
was
love
like,
him.
"Oh my god,
I love
you're
him.
nuts in real life."
I love him. He's great. I want to hang out with him just to see him go.
I don't even know what I would
hang
say to
out
him
with him
if I
just
saw
to
him.
slap him upside the head.
So the next quote is, "My motto in life is, if anything's worth doing, it's worth overdoing." Is that Gary Busey, Danny Bonaducci, or Charlie Sheen?
Bonaducci.
Sheen.
Sheen.
It's Danny Bonaducci. Good job.
Oh.
You know, it's because he's all just like on everything.
It totally sounds like something he would say for sure. But I guess I should realize
Yeah,
by
it
now.
does. I was thinking Sheen.
I should realize that you shouldn't go for things that he would that you think the person would say.
Yeah.
When you say winning, I'm gonna get this right. I'm just gonna keep going Sheen until I get one
You
right.
don't understand. When I originally made up this game when we were sitting on the bed the other day yapping, I didn't think of like how quotable Sheen is. You know, like he drops keywords in every one of his quotes, so you pretty much know it's gonna be him. So it's very, very hard to go through like pages of quotes. I mean, look for instance, boom, crush, night, losers, winning, duh. I mean,
Sheen, I win.
Oh dang.
Okay. As kids, we're not taught how to deal with success. We're taught how to deal with failure. And if at first you don't succeed, try again. And at first you succeed, then what? Is that
Bonaducci.
Mike?
Sheen.
Good job. Charlie Sheen it is.
Oh, mother!
Seems like a...
I should've
Sorry,
put
guys.
Sheen.
In my head, I'm playing the game. The answer is always Bonaducci.
It might always... like, he could say any of these. That's the thing about Bonaducci is you never know. You never know what he's going to do. Okay, let's do... let's do one more. Oh, my gosh. Some of these are just crazy. Okay. You know what doubt stands for? It stands for debate on understanding bewildersome thoughts. Is that
Busey.
Yeah, you guys know Gary Busey.
Yeah.
All right. We'll have to play this again another time.
I like it.
With three different people.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Change it up. We'll do this one. We'll do this segment once a month, and I'll change around the people that are doing it. So if you guys are famous and watching this podcast, please do something quotable and memorable and send it to @randomfriendsquad, care of Dan, and we'll try to get your memorable quotes in there.
It's also Gmail or not.
At Gmail.
Yeah, I was like, random Chris going, what?
We haven't decided that part yet. So have you guys been to the movies lately? Have you guys gone and seen anything?
Oh yeah, I've actually been going a lot lately.
What have you seen?
I've seen Maleficent, which was flippin' amazing. I saw Edge of Darkness, which is actually really good too. I didn't have high hopes because Tom Cruise and we don't get along sometimes.
He looked cool in that mech thing. Like I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, that's pretty neat. Like
It was pretty cool because it was like sci-fi, and you don't see too many like original sci-fi things happening recently. So it was pretty cool to see it. Emily Blunt's freaking gorgeous. So
yeah,
plus,
it looked cool.
Plus for me.
It looked like Groundhog's Day in space.
And then
I have to phone a friend real quick.
Sure.
Actually, no. Hold on.
I also
No, just
saw
keep going.
22 Jump Street, which is freaking hilarious. So if you guys haven't seen
was
that, you
it?
have to go see
That's
it.
good.
It's so funny. Oh my gosh.
21 Jump Street was great. I really like 21 Jump Street.
You'll definitely like the second one because it's they make a lot of the same humor as they do in the first one, but they're like really self-aware that they've made the humor. Like they're like, oh, we know we're referencing the first one, we'll just do it. Whatever. It's hilarious.
I like when movies do that. I find that to be better than just being like, what's going on? I don't want to figure it out myself. I want you to tell me first. So then I'm like, oh, okay, it's disarming. I'm glad. I like that movie. What's that guy's name? Channing Tatum. Yeah. I'm really surprised he made the loop, because he was heading into like, how do I say this, like staggery, like, oh, that guy, and then like he's really come around to like, I enjoy him. Like, whoa, that guy's pretty cool.
I agree. I totally agree.
Because then he makes some president movie where he was like protecting the president or something like that.
With like Jamie Foxx or something.
Was Jamie Foxx the president?
Yeah.
It was
so, yeah, which I'm probably gonna see that soon. You know, my son's gonna be 13, so Blake needs to see these explosions and fun type action movies. You know, we watched Fast and the Furious not too long ago, and he really enjoyed that one. Do you guys prefer going to the theaters or staying home and waiting for the movies to come out? I mean, it used to be back in the day, it would take 12 months for the movie to come out, and then now it's just comes out in like 90 days. So I feel like if we don't catch movies opening weekend, you know, it'll just be out quick. What about you, Mike? You like going to the theater, or you like staying home and waiting?
I like I like going to the theater, but it's slowly getting more and more expensive, which is a huge bummer. But I was like a film major for like a year and a half, and I still do I love film. I appreciate everything about it, and like I love to go out and see like all the big blockbusters. I've always loved going to midnight premieres. Like I text everyone on my phone and be like, let's go see this at midnight, it'll be awesome.
You do that a lot.
I love that. I drag Jason along to a couple of them. It's fun. Yeah, it's fun, especially with a big group. And like nowadays, like they're not even midnight premieres. They'll do the first showing at like, if a movie comes out Friday, they'll do the first one at like 8 o'clock p.m. on like Thursday, and I'm just like, it kind of takes away from the experience.
Weird. It does.
Yeah,
it does.
But I think they do that to try and get more money from the younger audience who can't really stay up past 10 because their parents are kind of upset about it. And
tough luck. You gotta wait.
Wait till tomorrow.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, go on Friday night.
It's gonna be loud with you tomorrow.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No way. What about you, bud?
I like staying at home because I have bad experiences when I go to the movies, unless it's like a kid's movie. I mean, like the last movie I saw was a Lego movie. That's why I had to phone a friend, the joke. I'm like, what movie did we just go see? Or what was the last movie we saw in the theater?
The Lego movie was amazing.
Yeah, but it just awesome. Every time I go to a movie, like a midnight premiere or opening day, there's always that group of people that has to just ruin it for everybody by being loud, not shutting up, throwing stuff. You?
That's me.
Really?
I bring beach balls, and we do beach balls. I love beach balls.
Oh, and sorry, Mike, but I hate your kind.
We're a different generation, but it's totally okay. No, because I mean, but at the same time, I hate you too. No offense. I hate the people who get up and go and get like the manager and like
the
manager comes in and sits there and just like looks at you guys so you don't do it. They pop it. I'm just like, man, that was 99 cents. Like, what the hell?
Well, that was the first.
I'm not that guy. But if I do have a large drink and you're being extra loud, that drink is coming your way at some point.
I get that.
But in Mike's defense, that drink's already half drank by then because he's been sitting there for 2 hours waiting for you to start.
True. No, and then I also I'm also the guy who maybe not anymore. Like when I was younger and used to go to like midnight premieres, I would crack some jokes out loud if I had an opportunity to do so. But
see, and that's why I like to stay at home because
you don't want to be out with people funnier than you.
Well, no. The problem with going to the theater is, if you're gonna go see a comedy, then half the time there's like some dude behind you like thinks it's funnier than it is and laughing through like the dialogue after the funny stuff, and I'm like, wait, now I don't know what the heck had just happened. Mm-hmm. But like, I want to whisper my little, one-liner that's gonna make my buddies laugh, without people around me looking and sneering at me. Like, sit on the couch, man. Pause it. Go smoke a cigarette if I need to.
Yeah. What was the last movie you went and saw, Jason? I know it's probably. Was it even this year?
It's probably with me.
No,
Oh no! Look at here it comes.
Right. The only movies that I go and see in the theaters now is chick flicks to appease my fiance. So the last movie that I saw in the theater was The Fault in Our Stars, which was my fiance read the book, and my mom was actually out visiting last month, and so we took my mom, and on the way in they were like yanking napkins out of the thing, like, we're gonna need these here, hold these. Like, it was a sad movie, on a serious note, my pops passed away from cancer, so like that's what the whole premise of the movie. So
Spoiler alert,
you know,
spoiler alert.
well, I mean, you watch a preview.
Did you
I mean,
cry?
I haven't seen it.
No,
I know.
I had the lump in my throat. I had the tears welling up, but I didn't cry.
What is the lump in your throat? I get the teary-eyed, but what's the lump in your throat?
You can barely breathe. It's just kind of like you're like.
Oh.
Is it like
just like that overwhelming feeling?
I didn't get. Yeah, I think I've had. I think I've had that.
You had to taste it.
Jason, was it good? Was the movie good though?
You know, it was good. It was good.
I want to see it so bad.
It was a lot of different stuff. Like I felt like watching the previews. I knew what was going to happen already, and then Sandy read the book, so you know she was kind of like, I'm like, just shut up. I don't want to hear any of it. So we ended up taking my mom, and you know, my mom was like crying hysterically. Like I hear her over there, like, ooh, ooh. I'm telling my fiance, you better give her some of those tissues.
You're that person.
No, dude, it was like when it got really serious, like the whole theater was like crying. I was like, oh my god. I was like one of 3 guys in the whole entire theater. We're next to all these girls. Some girl sat right next to me, so I'm like, I couldn't cry if I wanted to. This girl's gonna make fun of me later. You see that guy crying?
How dare
I wanted
him
to go see it. I'm not gonna lie. I wanted to see that movie.
It was good. You know, it was really good.
See, and I'm like, I'm the guy who likes those kind of movies because I'm just like super in tune with my emotional side, and yeah, I don't know. I've always liked that kind of stuff. So whatever.
It would be better if it was like a rom-com because then I could at least get 10% of jokes out of like Jason Segel or whatever.
Oh, I love him.
The third, yeah, that guy's pretty great. His Dracula's laminate and Marshall is amazing, and that's when I was like, oh, you're brilliant.
You don't like him?
He's down for the chick flicks, and I mean, I'm with the same with you where I'm in tune. So, but you know, I get dragged to him with my fiance.
Mm-hmm.
Dan's girlfriend is like a dude, pretty much. Like she's like tough. Like she's tough. Like,
minus the bits, but
watch out, dude. She might beat you up.
She makes fun of him for watching those chick flicks. Like she's like, "Oh, Dan was on the couch crying the other day. What a pussy."
Pretty much. That's pretty much how.
Dude, she might hop on and do her segment, dude. Keeping it real.
Keeping it real with Crystal. Yeah.
She's on the couch. She can't hear, so I'm
That's
good.
perfect. Yeah, good. Jason's in the clear, at least for a week.
She doesn't get to hear this.
I changed my background for her. I didn't want to hear any more razzing.
But it's true. I just see how Julia Roberts fared out when she went out to Italy to meet this guy, and you know, I want to know how the movie ended, but you know, I watched a couple of those. I'm not ashamed. They were good movies.
Hey, no shame, man. No shame.
They were good. Let's just change the subject.
Okay.
We started out great. Now I see all the eyeballs on the screen pointing back at me, like I'm being accused. So let's talk about fast food for a second. I was at Taco Bell the other day, and I noticed just like the roller coasters are getting out of control, the fast food mashups are getting out of control.
Oh my god!
Now they're putting like pretty much it's just the menu in a bun. Like I don't get it. It's just everything shoved in there. It's got nacho cheese on it. It's got a Doritos taco on it. It's got like Fritos.
Dude,
and
the quesarito. Oh, so good.
what are these names?
So
what's
good.
What's a quesarito?
What does it sound like?
It's a quesadilla
Cheese
and a
and a
burrito.
burrito. Yeah, cheese burrito.
It's so good.
What?
It's so
What
good.
shape is it? Is it round or flat?
It's okay.
Round.
Here's
Oh.
here's a tortilla with cheese, and then they take a burrito that's already made and roll it up into it.
Oh, see what I just
Do
Frankenstein.
you know what the double decker taco is?
Oh yeah,
It's pretty much replace the beans with cheese and make it a burrito.
Genius. Those guys have 17 ingredients. They just jumble up every number. They don't even know what the ingredient is next to it. Just like put ingredient 1 with 2, then 5, then 3, and it's just who's worse than that? What's the worst Frankenstein's monster of fast food?
Oh my god, the double down from KFC. Are you serious?
Oh
That thing is
yeah.
gnarly. Like, that thing looks so disgusting. Yeah. Instead of the bun, you get 2 heaping chunks of fried chicken.
Big old chunks.
And then you have like cheese and like sauce and like mayonnaise in the middle, and you're just like, this is a heart attack.
Is that the opposite of like the Atkins diet where everybody was wrapping their
Dude,
burgers in salad and they're just like, fuck it, let's put 2 pieces of meat.
They're like, squash, be a man.
But they wrap this thing up in this white paper, and it looks like a spring roll when it's done. It's just grease all the way through it. It's just, it made it front of like the news and everything, and it was just bad. And it looked horrible on TV. And then when you went and saw it in person, you know how everything looks in person at fast food. Yeah, I think that's the Frankenstein's monster of the week of fast food.
I agree.
Is that?
Have you been to a place that serves the Luther?
No, what's a Luther?
Oh man, it is a bacon double cheeseburger, and I'm not sure if it has barbecue sauce, but it has like lettuce, tomato, and onion, and it has It has a Krispy Kreme donut cut in half, flipped over as the bun, so that you've got like this.
All right.
Mixed on there, and then
I'm with you.
Yeah. You know what? I saw this as a comedian. A comedian was like, next thing you know, they're gonna slice a Krispy Kreme donut and use that as the bun, and then
someone went to work the next day.
I wonder if he's getting
It was like,
royalties
that's
from
a
it.
good idea, right? Yeah, I think it is that dead guy.
That sounds amazing.
Luther Vandross dead.
Sore topic.
Yeah, I think so.
Too soon, bro. Too soon.
Too soon.
How soon? I don't know.
We didn't say Paul Walker.
But what if he's not? I owe him an apology.
I do. I will too. I'll be like, sorry, Luther.
Dan's gonna Google it and find out for us.
Ooh, LutherVandross.com, the home of the official Luther Vandross. Is there a non-official Luther Vandross? Is it like Gallagher, where his brother, Luther Vandross's brother's going on tour?
He died in
with him?
2005.
Oh, he looks in great shape. He must have had some sort of like a misfortune of like diabetes or some sort of.
Dude, he ate too many Luthers.
Right. Oh, Gallagher, man, I love Gallagher.
Oh, Gallagher's
he was
not
still
dead.
touring.
I was talking about Luther.
No, but he's not touring anymore after all his heart
yeah,
attacks.
he went on his farewell tour this time.
So sad.
And he just got done with it.
I looked him up like last year, and I was like, is he still? And they're like, nah, man, he canceled all his stuff. His heart ain't doing so good. He can't be swinging that sledgehammer anymore.
Wait, go back and look.
Oh,
Just this March, he started up. It's his farewell tour. So
are you lying right now?
No, because I was listening to What Say You
When is
podcast, and Sal and Q went and had a meetup at Gallagher's farewell tour. I don't know. Google Gallagher farewell tour.
When does he play Chicago?
I don't know. I'm not his agent.
You should be my agent. When does he play Chicago?
I don't know. I can't tell you.
Only going to be in Vegas, Florida, and New Hampshire.
Dude,
That's it.
Are you by New Hampshire?
No.
That's still east more.
Geography.
When was he in Chicago? Find out when he was.
It only had those three.
You gotta find out when he was in Chicago, and then figure out what you were doing that day, and then you can just like guilt yourself of like, that's the day I just laid around and watched.
I'm already
world's stupidest stunts.
He's already kicking himself. Yeah.
World's dumbest criminals for 6 hours.
If I would have known, I could have bought a plane ticket to New Hampshire and gone there. Actually, I'd probably choose Vegas.
Would you?
Then I can go see you guys.
Yeah, you guys.
I do have a funny Gallagher story though.
You went and saw Gallagher?
I did. Here's the thing. My grandma, she was big into classical piano, and there's also the pianist named Gallagher. She bought tickets like six rows back.
No.
Oh.
Gallagher think it's going to be this pianist. Then my mom's like, no, it's this guy. He smashes watermelons. What?
And 6 row backs, you better bring your plastic.
Hey, bud. Yeah. Do you want tickets to see Gallagher? I'm like, yes.
That's great. You should have took her.
Smashing watermelon all over.
Oh my god.
Was it great?
Did
Yeah.
you watermelon all over you?
Yeah.
And other random things that he smashed with a sledgehammer?
He's like, I still have the Rhine.
Yeah, right.
I saw him at the fair in my hometown when I was a kid. But it was like everything that happens at that fair is like a dumbed down version of it. Like you'll see a good band, but they'll only play 4 songs, like that kind of thing. So it was him, but he like smashed like 2 watermelons and said some funny stuff, and he didn't have the big couch or any of the props or anything.
Where's the couch? It's got roaches. The bed bugs were huge. It had to go.
Oh man!
Sold those comfy couch people.
Right. That's what when I saw the big comfy couch, I thought of Gallagher. He used to jump the
that
trampoline.
thing's still around.
Okay.
That must have been fun. He's just all 70s with his roller skates on.
He was crazy, man.
Dang.
Those short shorts.
All I can think about is Richard Simmons when you start saying that.
I saw him the other day. He's looking a little deflated, but he's still in great
Yeah,
spirits.
dude. Yeah, he always is, dude.
He's looked the same since I was like 6.
He's still
like,
into the oldies.
he doesn't look any healthier. He doesn't look any skinnier. He's kind of got a belly. I'm like, you're always running around jazzercising, bro. What's going on?
Because he's kept it off for a lot of years. He used to look like Tommy Lasorda, and now he's just all like skinny and like, he's old now. He's got to be in his 70s or something.
He's pretty old, man.
Yeah. You know what's old? Disneyland. Mike, tell us about
Ooh.
Disneyland. I know you went yesterday. Segue to Disneyland.
Yeah, Disneyland's awesome. I used to have a pass, and I went all the time, and I've loved Disneyland. I love everything about Disney, all the movies. I'm just, I'm a crazy kid. But yeah, I went for the first time in like a year, and I got to go on all the good stuff. I went on Space Mountain, Indiana Jones, and on Indiana Jones, I'm always the driver because I'm like super entertaining. Because like sometimes you get the people who just sit there and they're just like, okay, we're on a ride, yeah. But like I'm like when I'm driving, I'm like when like booby traps are being set off, I'm like ducking down, and I'm like when the car doesn't start, I'm like banging on the car. I'm like, come on, I know we're doing this again. But yeah, no. So I love it. I always love. I fully embrace everything about Disneyland, even the blisters I get on my feet by the end of the day.
What's it like going there so much? Like how many times in your season pass have you gone like in a row? Have you ever gone like a Friday, Saturday, Sunday? Let's do this.
I don't know if I went like in a row like that, but like I would go for a couple hours, probably like. I try to go at least once a week, but I went so much. Like when there was nothing to do, oh, let's go to Disneyland. Okay, cool. Yeah, it was awesome. And
well, you live so close.
Exactly, and you have to have people who have passes because then it makes it
I bet
easier.
there's no pressure. There's no pressure then, huh?
Exactly. Yeah, because I don't have to go and make it the best day ever because I want to live so close, and two, I can go for hours at a time and not worry about it. And I had the premium, so there were no blackout dates. I can go literally whenever, and had free parking because the premium pass costs a crazy amount of money. But yeah, I've always loved it since I was a kid. My grandpa used to sign us out of school and bring us. So,
well, that's cool. I heard they redid Space Mountain. They redid the inside of Space Mountain. That kind of
yeah, that was a while ago actually.
Was
but
it?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, it was like a long time ago. They actually they redid Star Tours a couple years ago, and it's so
I haven't been on it yet. Is it?
Yeah. I mean, I always loved it before too, but now they have like there's like 3 different segments of the ride, and they all have alternate parts. So every time you go on it, it's almost like it's a different like scene. So it's so cool because you never know which one you're gonna get.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites. It's like my favorite, not like hugely popular like like flagship rides. So,
but you know,
Space Mountain. Sorry, Space Mountain's good.
But you're the only one that doesn't live anywhere near like a Disneyland. Like Jason lived in California, so we all were by one. Do you ever make? How many times in your life have you been to Disneyland?
Oh,
0.
Do you have any desire?
I've been to Indiana Beach.
There's beaches in Indiana? Like they brought
There's
it in.
more than corn in Indiana.
Do you have any desire for Disneyland?
I'm not a Disney person.
Wait,
no
what?
offense.
Oh, you're breaking.
You know
my
what?
heart.
Disneyland's fun. I had only gone like when I was little, and then we went to like Disney Walk with Dan and his son, and is that what it's called? Disney Walk? Disney. What's it called?
Yeah. What's Downtown Disney?
Oh,
Downtown Disney. There you go.
That's right. We went to that Gorilla Shack, or what was it called?
Rainforest Cafe.
Dude, I don't know, man. That gorilla was sitting next to me.
Yeah, it's Rainforest Cafe.
It was interesting.
Overly priced food.
But when I first started dating Sandy, she was living in Chicago and I was still living in California, and she came out to visit, and I surprised her and took her to Disneyland one day, and she was just like, "Where are we going? Like, what's going on?" And we're like pulling up, and she's like, it's all like Disneyland stuff. She's like, what are we doing? She had no clue until we were like in the parking structure, and it's like Mickey 4, and she's like, are we going to Disneyland? And she like freaked out like a little kid in a candy store, like, oh my god, Disneyland! I never thought I'd ever go to Disneyland. Like, and we had a blast, man. We just went on everything, and she was just smiling the whole day. Like, it was a blast for her. For me, I mean, I was just like, oh, I would have rather gone to Six Flags, but
Disneyland's
I feel like I'm on little kid rides. Let's sit in the car on the track and go around.
Everybody takes their kids.
She was all, I'm driving!
Sure! Everybody goes to Disneyland. I have the picture of me in Audiotopia when I'm like 5 with my bad like number 7 bowl haircut, and I'm just like, this was great. Next.
It's crazy how the rides change throughout time, though. Like when I was younger, I thought Autotopia was freaking awesome. I went on it like when I had my pass, and it's like I never want to go on it again. Like you literally have to like push so hard on the gas pedal to even go. And like when you were a kid, you couldn't even drive, so you didn't know this. And it's just like it was so.
My ankle hurts.
Yeah, like I think my hip flexor like gave out on me as it was like getting out. I was like, damn, I feel like I'm 70, but I'm 20.
What about Small World? Do you go on Small World?
The whole time I had my pass, I did not go on once. Although I wouldn't mind going on it. It's just there's so many better things to do. I don't know.
I heard there's Disney games. I heard there's like people that like.
I just found out about this yesterday, dude.
Yeah, what did you read about it?
Well, I went with our friend's friend who actually works there, so he knows a lot about like everything about Disney. And he's like, dude, there's these people who have gangs that like they wear like these either like denim jackets or like leather jackets, and they'll say like Disney Street Crew or some shit like this. And
yeah,
like
Toontown.
Yeah. So you see these people with like these vests and they have like patches all over it, and they're like super serious, and you're just like, what? Like, what? You're like, what are you doing? And I guess like I think one of them had the name gang on it, and Disney like made them change it because like.
But what are they just kind of like middle-aged people that have?
Yeah, I saw.
They're
like,
not there starting trouble. Right?
There were some that like literally looked like bikers, and then there were other crews that like looked like higher 20s, like punkers. Dude, it's like a thing. I don't get it, but
like you want your face caved in? Leave me alone while I'm spending like $600-700 to come here.
Yeah, exactly.
Aren't they just really celebrating it a lot? Like, we're here every day, so we got our crew jackets, and then we just call it like,
pretty much. Like, I don't think they're intimidating. I don't think they're like bad people. I mean,
yeah,
like
I give you some facts.
They have Disney pins all over their vests, so it's like they have to.
Yeah, I'm not scared of the guy with the Disney pins. I'm sorry.
And I don't think that's the
It reminds me of Power Walkers at the mall.
You don't know.
No,
oh yes, the Power Walkers at the mall. I never saw those for the first while I was at the mall until I started dating someone who worked at the mall, and I dropped her off for work. And then I walked in for a minute, and I'm like, "Whoa, it's not only
like a little table at all the entrances with coffee and water.
Yeah,
and these people in tracksuits
just going their activity.
Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to derail.
No, that's fine.
So I like that. So back to the Disneyland. I forgot what I was gonna say.
Oh,
I have that effect.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Must have been a lie.
Dude, your mom must have said that to you a lot because that travels around. Jason's sister is my girlfriend, and that is said a lot, and I'm surprised you guys still say that.
Apparently, it was from my grandmother, who I never met because she passed away before I was born, but my sister was really close with her. I always remember my dad saying it because I would just be like, I forgot what I was going to say. And my dad would just be like, must have been a lie. I'd be like, I guess it was. I don't know.
Is that always the voice you make for Pops?
That's all. You met my dad.
Hold on. Okay, wait a minute.
He was like 6'4", huge, like big belly with fucking long hair.
You kind of always sounded like that. Okay, let's role play. We're going through the drive-thru. You're your dad, and I'm you. Hey, Dad, I want a Happy Meal with chicken nuggets, please. And how would you?
All right. You want nuggets? What kind of sauce?
At least
barbecue sauce, please.
Barbecue? All right. Can I get a double quarter pounder, supersized, with a Sprite? Yeah. And then can I get a Happy Meal with nuggets, barbecue sauce? Yeah. What do you mean you're charging me for barbecue sauce? This is an outrage.
And then you guys speed off.
And then he goes, Jason, you're not getting any barbecue sauce.
You don't get barbecue sauce. I'm not paying 25 cents for no damn barbecue sauce.
It was 15 back then.
Inflation, bro.
He knows. Dan just knows the prices.
Yeah. Well, awesome. We're right about at an hour, so let's wrap it up, Mike.
All right, so I think we're going to be wrapping up. I don't know about if every one of these or not, but we're going to be wrapping up with a Would You Rather question today.
Yeah.
I have two, so I'm not sure if we want to do both, if we have time, but I'm going to start with this one. So, would you rather have hiccups for the rest of your life or feel like you need to sneeze and not be able to for the rest of your life?
Oh, no.
Because that's a pretty crappy feeling.
That's a good one. I don't want to go first on this one. I gotta have to do both in my head for a bunch.
I'm gonna say I'd rather have the sneeze feeling because I'd rather be like,
yeah.
Because if you catch the hiccups, if you're a cigarette smoker and you get some hiccups and you're trying to smoke your cigarette, every time you take a hit of the cigarette, you hiccup and it just like hurts. It hurts so bad. You're just like, I'm not even gonna smoke anymore. Screw this.
Wouldn't that be good?
A quitting mechanism.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
I guess, but I would choose the sneeze for sure.
Yeah, I think me too. I would want to hold back sneezes because then I could try to hold them back and talk. But if I couldn't talk, I don't know what would happen to me if I couldn't talk. Like I would go crazy. So I would have to choose the sneezing. That's a good one. That's And both of them, you're kind of in a world of hurt.
Yeah.
See, my mind immediately went to the gutter with both of those, and I'd rather do the sneezing because it's easier to, yeah.
Oh, okay. I would probably do sneezing as well because, yeah, hiccups aren't fun. I feel like it's like a whole body thing, and you're just like, oh crap. And just like, I like eating, and like that could get in the way, and drinking and talking,
and borderline like vomiting. Like
exactly, yeah, it's freaking miserable. But then again, like the sneeze thing is like, I feel like you'd never ever get that satisfaction after a sneeze. You know, like you get that feeling, you're like, oh, I'm gonna sneeze, and then you sneeze, and you're like, oh, okay, good. But like, you're never gonna get that. I feel like I'd be anxious like all the time.
That would be like a deal breaker in like conversations because they'd stop and wait for you to actually sneeze. You're like,
like out with that non-sneezing ass weirdo.
Son of a bitch!
Maybe they would just think you had a stuttering problem. Maybe all people that stuttering just have to sneeze a bunch.
Oh my god, I think we're onto something.
But you know what I just thought of? There's people out there that isn't there a girl that was hiccuping for years,
like
and wasn't there some other girl that was sneezing for months? So maybe we should ask them.
That's what I remember is that girl that hiccuped for like 4 months straight, and she was just like, "I just want to kill myself." Right, that's what I think of. Like,
let's call him up. Let's call him up. I'm on speed dial. I'm just kidding.
They each would just want to trade. The grass is always greener. Yeah.
And she's like, "No, it's not.
Oh yeah, I couldn't do it. Oh no. What else? What's your second one, Mike?
My second one. Okay. This is so gross. Not inappropriate, but gross. Okay, so would you rather use sandpaper as toilet paper or hot sauce as eye drops?
I'm trying to think. Didn't somebody put that in their eye, Steve-O?
Yeah. You know what though? I would choose the hot sauce in the eyes because sandpaper, you'd end up with wounds and poo, and you'd get infections, and it would just be a hot mess. I mean, I'd rather have the hot mess in my eyeball, I guess.
But then you wouldn't be able to see. You probably wouldn't. It'd probably kill your eyesight. I feel like.
Nah,
that's fine.
You'd be okay.
Pooping, that's fine. It's perfectly fine. Blind me for the rest of my life, as long as I'm comfortable while I poop.
I'm with this guy.
I choose different reasons. I would like to have the hot sauce in my eyes, but only because people will be standing there laughing as it happened instead of in the bathroom when nobody better be watching me with the sandpaper. So I would choose the stuff in the eye just for that point.
Yeah.
Just for that point alone.
Yeah, permanent owl face.
Yeah. I think
you could never sit down. I mean, ride a bike. It's over.
No, I agree with you guys 100%.
I got sriracha in my eyes just a couple weeks ago. I set the sriracha. It was almost done. And I was opening it. I set it down. It was like pressurized, and it went at the top and just shot in my eye. And I was doing the safety dance and stuff. And and boy, it felt like mint in your eye. But it went away. So then I don't know if I just leveled up or it won't hurt again.
See, I feel like I don't use eye drops right now. So like, is that a factor? Probably not. It's a would you rather. I'm not gonna get too specific, but I would definitely rather do the hot sauce in the eye just because. I would probably use eye drops less frequently than I would using sandpaper as toilet paper. Yeah. And also just because, butt issues don't sound fun.
I agree.
No bueno.
No bueno. Well, thanks for being a part of our first ever Random Friend Squad podcast. You'll be able to catch us every week. You can find our videos at youtube.com/randomfriendsquad, facebook.com/randomfriendsquad, and soon on iTunes, video and podcast audio only for you Helen Kellers out there that want to just listen to us on the way to work or wherever you're going to your mundane job, sitting in traffic. You can listen to our sweet, sweet dulcet tones. Until next week, Random Friends Squad, out!